Jazz.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're live, Arsenal Revolution TV, people. And today with Norms. What you saying, Norms?
Yeah, man. What's another back to factory settings game? Um,
Just a normal day, right? Just a normal
yeah.
day.
Look, I wanted to see wholesale changes because obviously we got a bigger fish to fry on Wednesday. So I wanted to see wholesale changes, but then I needed you know uh the manager to take players off sooner.
Yeah.
Declan Rice wanted him to come off. Partey came off. I don't know if he had a problem, but I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. To the point where we end up using all our substitutes, and we're playing with 10 men for
Yep.
approximately 10 minutes.
That's the problem. When you make the wrong substitutes, shit like this happens. Yes, it doesn't happen that often, but you need to know which players. Jorginho can't play in 90 minutes. You know that.
Mm.
You know that, Arteta. Jorginho cannot play in 90 minutes. How old is he? How old is he? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we
I
doing?
mean,
And it was high tempo, Norms.
yeah, definitely. Listen. Brentford are no like pushover team. They got
Mm,
physical players. They got physical players.
fast,
Fast.
fast transition, quick.
Yeah, definitely transition quick. Jorginho. I mean, look, he didn't play that well either. Trossard, I wasn't too pleased the way Trossard played. Kept giving the ball away.
Mm,
Not making the right choices.
hmm
Holding on to ball too long, and then trying to play, these passes that don't come off. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially in congested areas. You know what I mean? Just doing the simple things. Do you know what I mean?
You know, you know what I like today, Norms? I
Yeah,
like that we played good football with Zinchenko in the midfield.
yeah,
We were
yeah, yeah,
balanced. We
yeah,
were attacking from the left, from the right,
yeah,
creating opportunities. We
yeah.
created a dangerous opportunity from Nelly. We had Rice doing step overs. I don't know how. Trossard sent my man to shops and then had a shot. We were
Mm,
creating a lot in that midfield without Odegaard that's slowing the tempo,
yeah,
allowing other players to get back in position, and
yeah.
then it will be harder to break down that low block.
Yeah,
And
and
bear
that's
in
what you
mind,
got. That's what you got from
yeah,
Zinchenko. He didn't just keep it. He didn't just keep it on one side. If you notice, he was both
it
sides were
was.
occupied. Renberry
Thank
was
you.
in the game. Ethan was in the game. Also, Martinelli was in the game. So he kept it ticking over both sides.
What
Literally
do you
controlled.
usually see, Norms? You usually
Well,
see us attack
yeah,
from the right.
that's
That's
right.
it.
That's it. But we was attacking from both flanks.
Mm.
Yeah, we was attacking from both flanks. Yeah, it's just a pity that we couldn't finish our dinner. Basically, do you know what I mean?
Well,
Um,
that's the forward kind of problem. You know what kind of forwards
yeah.
Arteta buys is where it is. But
Yeah,
we played better.
Trossard, he was coming deep for the balls, and then he was like, I think between Trossard and Martinelli, I think they were switching. Like, so sometimes you'll see Martinelli in the middle, Trossard out on the left, and then, do you know what I mean? But Trossard was coming deep for the ball, and as I said,
Mm,
with Trossard, he doesn't do the simple thing.
mhm.
When he's meant to lay off the ball, he reminds me a little bit of Odegaard, but
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
bad. Do you know what I mean? He just the
Mhm.
way he picks the ball up. Because he doesn't. Trossard doesn't pick it up on the half turn. He don't.
He
If you
doesn't.
notice, when he picks the ball up, he doesn't pick it up, but he picks it up square on. So he picks it
Yeah.
up with his back to goal. Yeah. Then he then turns, and sometimes what he does, he turns into trouble, or then he has them too many touches because he's trying to look for the pass, and then when
Yeah.
he does lay off the pass, yeah, he lays it
Too
off
late.
into a congested
It's too
area.
late. And
Yeah.
that's the problem with Trossard. Not only Trossard, we've got. Look, the thing is that they had a stacked midfield today. They
Yeah.
had a stacked midfield. The low block is dirty. You know they're playing that dirty low block,
Yeah.
and they got pace. So you always have to be worried
Yeah.
about Wissa and Buemo
And Benoit. Yeah.
whilst we're on the ball because we were playing the high line. We
Yeah.
had Saliba running through the midfield.
Yeah.
Do you
He
know what I'm
done it on
saying?
about three. I think he done it on about three occasions. He done it on about three
Some
occasions. Yeah.
something that Jorginho should have done.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
we,
saying?
yeah. You didn't.
I
You
think
didn't see
Jorginho was the weakest link,
Oh
in my
yeah,
opinion.
100%, 100%, hundred
And
percent. You know what I mean?
we've
Weak.
got
He's very
today
weak on
we
the ball.
saw today we saw proper football before obviously the substitutions. We
Yeah.
were enjoying some of that football, at least a bit of creativity. We saw Zinchenko
Mm,
making the moves. Even Rice was balling.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what Jorginho was doing, but even Saliba, Kivio wasn't that bad today.
No, he was all right. Kivio was all
Partey,
right. Yeah, Kivio was all
Partey
right.
bossing it again. Do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We had
Oh,
Nelly creating chances. We had Ethan creating chances. We had everyone creating chances. Usually, it's only Saka or whoever plays on the right,
on the
and
right
we're
side. Yeah.
tired of this. We're tired of this
Yeah.
because we see week in week out the poor choices of this manager. Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? That
Yep.
him trying to play Odegaard is just breaking up the team. It is breaking up every attack we create. It's making us look weak on the transition. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't move faster. Today I liked something as well. We had counter attack. Do you know
Yeah.
how many counter attacks we could have created this season and we stopped to play the slow ball?
Yeah.
We
And
had so much counter attacks to do that.
yeah.
We could have. But what do we usually do? Slow build up, and then
Yeah.
everybody's back. And
Yeah. And that's the thing is, and we don't do it. We don't do it enough. And then when we do it, we pull it off.
mhm,
Fantastic run by Deckers,
mhm.
to lay off Partey and for Partey to take it. And great counter attack. And obviously, they had to go and do the old Jova thing, go to the goalkeeping coach where Raya goes and hugs him up. Just stop all of that, man. Stop all of that.
I'm tired.
That's just, listen, that's basic. Yeah, that's basic. If you
Facts.
listen, how many times I've been calling it for time, we've all been calling it for time. When Raya gets the ball and there's a chance for a counter attack,
Let's
he
go.
slows it down. Yeah, but on this occasion, he decides to do it because Brentford was pushed right up, and this
Yeah.
was from a corner. This was
You know
obviously
why?
from a
Because
corner.
Brentford scored 15 goals. 15 goals from corners, from set
Yeah,
pieces. So
yeah.
they committed a lot of players in their
People
box. So
forward.
it was so smart
That's
from
right.
Raya. Big up to him. That
Yeah,
was
big
so
up to him.
smart to play it quick. Do you know
Yep,
what I'm
yep,
saying? And
yeah,
that caught Brentford off. You know what I'm saying? Off balance. They were off
yeah,
balance because when they really were playing the low block, it was very difficult to open that up. Their low block is stinky. But let's
yeah,
get into
yeah,
this, man. Big up AFC
yeah. Big
every
up, man.
time. AFC saying we can drop as many points and we will finish second in this league. Awful. We've been absolutely dreadful this league campaign.
Yeah, yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Facts. But we went
We've
from
listen.
winning.
We've stagnated and we've regressed. Yeah. So
Yeah,
even if we finish second, we've stagnated.
facts.
If we finish, listen. The point is now all the Arsenal fans are hoping that we secure that second place. Yeah.
Mm,
Right.
mm.
That's what they're hoping
Especially the
for. So
Arteta ends.
yeah, the
Especially them.
Arteta wins. Yeah, just secure that second place. Yeah, what I mean. They were listen. Obviously, the game today with Man City, down 2-0, and they come back from 2-0
Bro,
down to
KDB
win
was
5-2.
cooking.
KDB
Mm,
was cooking today. I'm not gonna lie, he was cooking. Yeah,
yeah,
cooking. So on a lot of these Arteta in guys, they're gonna be hoping that we secure that second place, and
yeah.
then if we then progress to a semi-final, lose a
Mm,
semi-final, the narrative will be, well, we got to a semi-final under this manager and we got second. But they won't look at the fact of how far we fell behind this season.
yeah,
We've had 12 draws this season. Yeah, 12 draws and 3 losses. Yeah,
yeah.
check that out. That's 32 games. If you half
Mhm.
that, that's almost half of we've dropped points.
Facts.
That's
Facts.
ridiculous.
It's just the league been awful, like AFC said, and big up to him as well. AFC saying poor goal to concede. Odegaard comes on instantly. We look worse. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
AFC saying time to sell Trossard. I think Trossard is just leaving himself. I don't think he's
Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for him to be sold.
He's playing himself out of the club.
Yeah,
Let
he's
me tell you
Arteta
something.
out.
Let me tell you something. Big Berta was in the stadium. I saw him there with
Yeah,
watching. With I don't know if that was his daughter or whatever. But I'm
yeah,
telling you, he's Rashid. He's running the rule over this. Yeah, and he's looking at these players and looking at who needs to go, what sort of money I can get for them, and then the players that I need to get in to obviously play the
facts.
system,
He's got
whatever that
a he's
system's going to
got
be.
a big listen. Berta came in and it's a mess. Trust
Yep,
me, Berta's gonna struggle to reconstruct this team. We need a centre back. We need a left back. We need a proper winger. We need someone as a number 8. We need a striker or 2 strikers maybe. We
yep,
need a right winger.
yep.
Do you know how many players we need? We need like 10 players. It's madness.
Listen,
Mem-
and people are trying to say that this is not a rebuild. Of course, it's a rebuild.
yep,
It's a
yep,
rebuild. Let's face facts. How many players we're going to lose in the summer? Yeah.
yep.
What you see? What it is, right, Rashid? At the end of the day, yeah, the players that came on today, which what we wanted to happen. It's not like because we know the league is gone, and so we're
Mm.
as certain brands would say, we got bigger fish to fry.
Fish to
Yeah,
fry.
right. So therefore, yes, we want to see that happen. It happened. But my thing is this, yeah, Butler Adeje, what has this guy got to
Mm.
do? What is this
To
guy?
pay.
I mean, the fact that Sterling, yeah, didn't even get a look in today. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could have avoided the situation going down to 10 men because you could have brought Sterling on,
Facts.
right? You could have brought
But he'll do
Sterling
it
on.
again and again. He'll do it again and again. He'll do it again and again. Trust me.
I mean,
Trust me.
I'm just watching the game, the goal that we conceded. Absolutely terrible defending. That's
Terrible.
four of our back four that's going to be playing on
And
Wednesday.
we caught life. Do you remember the first shot they have? They had a dangerous shot. We caught life
Yeah,
because of Raya. Big up to Raya.
yeah.
Raya has been proper.
I
He's
mean,
been the best player. He's
he's
been the
been the best player
best player in the season.
today. Today, I think if I'm looking at the game, I think yes, he's been our best player. He's coming for crosses, very
Mm,
calm, and that there was nothing he could do. There was nothing he
mm,
could have done about that goal. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
There was nothing he could
Yeah,
have
no,
done.
no, no. There's nothing he could do. That's that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true, true. Mems is saying Rashid loved the game, bro. I told you, Wissa. LOL. Facts, bro. You did tell me about Wissa. We were worried about Wissa and Buemo. We was.
Yeah,
Every one of us was.
yeah,
The
yeah.
AFC saying felt like a training session for Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know, man. Are you still awake from that game? Hell yeah. I had like 15 Red Bulls. You get me? I had 15 Red Bulls. Trust me, I'm awake.
Yeah,
Mad.
yeah, yeah,
Madness. Mems is saying pray for Arsenal on Wednesday. Crazy, man. I'm worried. I'm worried,
yeah.
man. I'm worried.
I'm worried. I'm worried because if Real Madrid get that early goal,
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know whether we got the mentality to
I
with the
don't know.
crowd and playing at that stadium. I don't know whether we got the
I
mentality.
think it just depends how we set up. If he's
Yeah,
gonna go with the same old, I don't know.
which we know he's going to do.
Yeah,
We know he's going to do that. He's not going to go and play a 3-5-2 or play
fact,
any other system. He's going to play 4-3-3, and
fact.
you just got to hope that for the first 45 minutes he stinks his way through that. Get to half time at 0-0. If we get a goal, then that's game over. Yeah,
Oh
that's
hell
game
yeah.
over. But what we
I
got
just
to do
attack.
in the first 15-20 minutes, they're going to be coming at us. Yeah,
Fact.
they're going to be they're going to be trying to hit us on the break. They've got quicker players than Brentford, right? So they're going
Yep.
to try and hit us on the break, and more skillful players.
Facts.
So we've got
Facts.
to be on it. We got to be on it. So today, look, the result is 1-1. We know the league is over, but
Yeah.
would it be nice to just go into this game? Yeah, I think what's killed it today is that everybody was chilled.
Yeah.
We get the goal. It was unlucky with It was nice to see Tierney, get a goal that was obviously ruled offside. Pity, but
Yeah. But he was
they brought yeah,
offside.
he was
Like he
offside.
was
We know that. Yeah,
offside.
we know
Yeah.
that. But the new the new offside thing, the semi-auto offside
Mm,
came into
mm.
play, and that's good because it didn't take long to do. Literally, it was
Facts.
seconds. Bang.
It
Yeah.
didn't take us
But
time. But yeah.
but for me, what I mean, us we was comfortable in the game until the
Mm.
substitutions.
Yes, you can say that again,
Yeah,
Nooms.
yeah.
Eros is saying, big up Noomski and Rashid every time. Big up to you, Eros, my friend.
We got Eros, bro.
Views is saying, big up. Salute to you, Views. Salute to you. Big up the chat. What a ball fest Views is saying. I don't know. Before the substitutions, I think I was enjoying a bit of something new. Attacking from both flanks is
Yeah,
something
yeah,
new.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't been suited the whole season. But yeah, breathtaking football today. Eros, I know Eros is taking the piss. I know you're taking the piss, Eros. Um, let's go, let's go. Mems is saying there was no point of bringing on Saka. Fact, and
There's
Saka
no
should have
point.
scored that goal. I'll be
There's no
real.
point.
I'm sorry. You should have scored that goal. I don't know why he was taking too long on the ball. You should have scored that
Literally,
goal.
but Rashid, that shows
Mm,
you that he's not sharp. Yeah,
mm.
let's not let's get listen.
Just take
A
that.
sharp Saka scores that. Yeah,
Facts.
he didn't
Just
need to
take the
take that.
shot at least. They were
Yeah,
they were unbalanced. Like the defenders didn't know what to do. The keeper
exactly.
was everybody was it was just mayhem in the defense. Just take a shot. It will
Yeah,
go in. It would.
yeah.
But we move on. Views. Big up my friend. Big up Hakeem Sultan. Big up my friend. Big up to the panel. Perhaps Arteta should have rested Partey and Rice. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, he should have rested a lot of players. But anyway, 170 Gunners saying boring game. Are you going to our women's? No, I'm not. I don't watch women's Arsenal football. I'll be real. Not on a misogynistic thing. But Big up James. He's saying, yo, Rashid and Noomski, big up to you, my friend. Mems was saying that was a red card. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes,
I'd
yes.
have to. I'd have to agree. You know what I mean? They
Mm,
done a check. It
mm.
was over, but that's a scissors kick.
But I'm sorry,
High.
it's Brentford. You
Yeah.
got to take, it's Brentford. Let's be here. Let's be
But we're
real here.
robbed. We're robbed. Rashford, we're
Robbed.
robbed.
You not is saying Reyes Hagin Jova. What a joke. Facts. You not. Big up to you, my friend. Salute. Galvin is saying big up, big up, big up, Galvin. We got Mems here saying, was there a fire drill at the Emirates today? Nah. They're just not backing this manager. That's all it is. They're
Yeah.
backing selectively. They'll back him in
And
the Champions League, not in the
only that,
Premier League.
Resh, not only that, because a couple of my mates, right, I
Mm,
was quite shocked because I'm on this Arsenal chat, yeah, and
mm,
they sent me sent a text. I just opened up the text and they're at the Emirates, yeah. They said, oh, we had free
mm.
tickets because there's four of us on this
Uh,
Arsenal debate chat. There's four
yeah,
of us, yeah, and three of them at the Emirates, yeah. I wanted to turn
yeah.
around and say to them, serve you right.
Fact.
You
Fact. You better get new friends. Are they Arteta in? You better get new friends.
yeah.
But yeah, big up James. Newcastle have 2 games in hand. If they win, they will be breathing down our necks. Facts, James. Facts, bro. We're worried. We're worried.
Mm.
Eros is saying Normski Top Goon is gonna be papering over the cracks as usual. Don't we know? Don't we
Oh yeah,
know?
yeah.
Mems is saying Madrid are gonna do what Liverpool did to Barcelona. Oof, I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't know. Joseph is saying big up to you, Joseph. What did you make of when Odegaard hit the ball straight off the Brentford player and broke it down? Yeah, bro. Listen, Odegaard. We've been talking about this guy. This guy is slowing on midfield. He's making us predictable. He's wasting our time. Okay. I'm sorry. If you like Odegaard, I'm sorry. He's just a rotational player. It is what it is. Or we need competition for that spot. I think Zichenko did well today. I'll be
Yeah,
real. Every time Zichenko played in the midfield, I saw him doing well. That's my opinion. I don't know
yeah.
about you guys, but that's my opinion. Nose, did you think Zichenko was balling out
That's
today?
what I'm trying to. But you see, what I'm trying to say, Rashid, all this time, who knew that he played in midfield? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean,
Wasting of fucking time.
and this is what I'm saying about this manager is because yeah, right, fair enough. We beat Real Madrid on Tuesday last week Tuesday, but
Mm,
you've played this guy, you know, in left back position. We know
mm.
that this guy ain't good enough in that position and that. And then
Fact.
obviously when things are now that you are looking for solutions in the sense that now
Mm,
there's a massive game coming up, yeah. Now
mhm.
that's when you're not, he feels
Yeah.
used. It's like, well, okay, now I'm going to use you in the
Desperation.
midfield. Yeah,
Desperation thing.
it's
That's what it is,
desperation,
Nose.
man. It's what I mean. It's
He
desperation. You
would
know what I
never
mean?
play him
What?
if we had the players, which
But
is
but but
which is
but
mind
you
blowing
see,
for me.
yeah, but what I'm trying to say, Rashid, this is where he could have done the rotations where you're playing players into the ground. He could have rotated then not Saka, sorry, Odegaard with Zinchenko, playing him in that
Facts.
position. But he didn't,
Facts.
yeah? You had about 4 or 5 left backs sitting on the bench where you was rotating them when they were all fit, right?
5 left
You couldn't
backs,
play
man.
them all, yeah. You decided to then get Skelly because you've said, well, actually, Skelly's the best one out of the lot of them, even though Skelly is a number 8. So
And
you got a
how
number
old
8
is
playing at
Skelly
left,
again? How old is Skelly again?
18.
We bought 5. We spent 222 million on left backs only to have our best left back at the club, and he was in the youth team, Skelly. And we had Tierney. Don't tell me Tierney didn't play well today.
He played well.
Come on, what are we
He played
doing here?
well.
That 220 could have been for a creative midfielder, a striker, and you
Yep,
still have change
yep,
to start getting those Uruguayan players and Brazilians and just hope that they'll click.
yep,
If they don't, just flip them. Just
yep.
flip him. Just flip
Exactly,
him. That's all it is. Do you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah,
Mems is saying watch Liverpool draw tomorrow just for the fun of it. Bro, Liverpool have won it. They don't care.
yeah. That's
They
it.
don't
Is
care.
what it
Liverpool
is.
are just devastated that they're out. Since the PSG beat them, Liverpool just completely shut down.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, oh shit, we're out of the Champions League. We won the league already. Nobody really was. Or like, let's be real. Who was in the title race this season? It was the whole season. It was Liverpool,
It's Liverpool and just Liverpool, just Liverpool.
just Liverpool.
It's
And
been
if you say
Rashid,
Saka, I'm
everybody's
sorry.
saying the same thing. It's been the worst Premier League I've seen in a long time.
Fact.
The worst bottom three, yeah, in Leicester, Ipswich, and Southampton, yeah.
Hmm.
Then you've
Hmm.
got this fight for the mid-table, yeah.
Yep.
where teams
The
are taking
Brentford and
the
Crystal Palace
Brentfords,
and them
all of
man.
that,
Yeah.
and then you have a top five fight or top four
Hmm.
fight because
And then it's a
Liverpool are
league.
out. Yeah, because Liverpool already won the league. So there's this fight between Man City, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, yeah, and
Can
us.
we stop this? Liverpool have been the best team in the league. Nobody was in the title race. Actually, people that say Saka, oh, Saka's injured, Saka injured. Actually, factually, we had like, I think it was to a point we had like five points away from Liverpool, and that was after Saka, and we got more points after Saka than
Yeah,
before Saka.
yeah,
But that's what they're gonna say. Oh, injuries. Oh, PGMOL. Oh, red cards. That's all bullshit, and we're gonna have to deal with it the
yeah.
whole season and
They
until the
they
next.
they do it. Unfortunately, yeah. Look, we want to be proved wrong. So if we're proved
Of course.
wrong, right, because we're calling out, if we're calling out something, Rashid, if I'm saying, Arteta, you're not doing making the right tactical moves, or for instance, you're not buying the right players, or you didn't
Mm,
buy the right players, and you didn't do this, you didn't do that,
mm,
and they prove us right,
mm.
then I'm not going to go around and say, Serbia, and give you all the L's and that. It's not about trying to prove anybody wrong. We're calling out what we're seeing. So if Arteta then turns this around, goes and wins the Champions League, I eat my words, but I still win because
Facts.
we've been. Hold on, Rashid. If you're calling for somebody to do well and win, right?
Mm,
So you're calling it out as you're going along. Yeah, we're saying as we're watching it, we don't think based on previous. Yeah, yeah. You look at the previous. You look at history to determine how you think that they're gonna play.
mm.
There's a lot of these Arteta's inners, right?
I can't hear you.
There's a lot of these Arteta inners um,
Mm,
that are coping and are
yeah,
hoping that something will work out. They
yeah,
don't like the idea of Arteta being called out or even Arteta leaving the club
yeah.
because they don't like the idea of another manager coming in, yeah,
He's more
and taking the
protected than
team
the
to the next
king.
level.
Let's be honest. He's more protected than the king. What is going on? What is going on? You see it with your own eyes. We were doing well.
Yeah,
Why mix it up in the midfield? We were doing well.
yeah,
Why would you bench Zichenko? He was doing well.
yeah,
Ethan was doing well. Do you know what I'm saying? Take off Jorginho. Rest Partey and Rice.
yeah,
What the substitutions? That's the thing. People need to talk about this more.
mm,
Arteta has, because of him, we've lost a lot of points this season because of
yeah,
the way he plays, because of his subs, because of his signings. It is his fault. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
yeah,
But yeah, that's how it is, Norms. That's how it is.
yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be like that. But yeah, Joseph is saying a lot of poor Premier League performances for a while. Facts, Joseph. Facts, man. AFC saying the league was done and down to our summer transfer window. Facts. Buying Moreno and Calafiori and thinking that's all that's going to be enough. Madness. And then they'll tell you, oh, injuries, blah blah blah. Your manager thought, and striker. Your manager thought that he can win it with Havertz. Stop it. He thought
Mm,
that he's going to win it with Havertz. That's what Havertz and Jesus. That's what he thought. The manager don't want the striker that you guys want, or us, or all of us.
mm.
It's madness, man. Worst Premier League season since the early 90s. Madness. I don't remember that one, but I don't know. Nooms, what do you think? Is it the worst Premier League season since the early
It
90s?
is, yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I think you've got to. I'm trying to go back to the year when, but obviously we were in the running, but you're going back to like the mid 90s, like the mid 90s. You know what I mean? But um, this season, it's just hasn't been good. You know, the football hasn't been good.
Mm.
Um,
Chelsea's
in
been
in
bad. City's
general,
been bad. So
yeah,
that kind of like mixed it up a little bit as well.
yeah,
They've
yeah,
been they've
yeah.
been terrible. You've got
I
Newcastle, obviously, they're in a different kind of level. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They haven't
yeah,
got, you know, after they get the P's, then Newcastle are gonna be a problem. Let's be
mm,
honest. And
yeah.
prayers to Eddie Howe, by the way. I think he had a heart attack or something like that, bro. Hope he's
What?
well. Hope he's well. Yeah, I think he had a heart attack. Yeah, yeah. I just
And
heard it on Lee Gunner stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
I
hope.
heard that. I heard that he wasn't well and was gonna take him to hospital. So we'll hear. But I'm hoping and pray God that he, you know what I mean.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
nothing serious. You know what I mean? Because the pressures of this league, and do you
Yeah,
know what
he's
I mean? The
getting to
pressures that
him.
it
He's
comes with,
getting to him.
the stress levels. Do you know what I mean? You
He's
look at that
47
and
years old, man. It's crazy.
yeah, exactly. But what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to life, football it goes into
Yeah,
significance. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts, facts,
It
facts.
just it is what it
It
is. You
is
know what
what
I
it
mean?
is, man. Praise to him, man.
Um, I mean, you
Hope
got
he's well.
Arteta. I think Arteta's doing an interview now. I'm not.
No,
I
what
can't
is he
hear it, but
saying?
I don't know if
Oh,
he's pointing towards the fact that
yeah, the
that
red
tackle
card.
on
He's gonna be
Mark.
talking about the red card. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
yeah, because they
Yeah, he's
then
gonna be
went
talking
back.
about
They went back to it. The Sky, while they're interviewing him, Sky went back to the footage.
it.
So let's see what the top gooners. Yeah, because apparently we're the bottom gooners. So
Oh
let's see
yeah,
what the top gooners are saying. I don't know. Is there any middle?
tippity top.
Is there any middle gooners? Is there
Yeah,
anybody on the
yeah, yeah.
fence?
There's
Is there
some
anybody on
on
the
the fence.
fence?
On the fence community. Big up to them. Big up to them. The on the fence community. There's a lot. There's some of them. There's some of them. But yeah, big up. Mims is saying Arsenal should sack Arteta if he fails to win the Champions League. Facts, but he's still gonna get another year. Mems, I'll be real with you. He's still gonna get another year, man. Unfortunately, he is. But Berta's cooking. Berta's cooking. Don't worry. That spaghetti's gonna be ready for the season after the season. That watch.
Yeah,
Berta's cooking. He's watching and he's like, oh my god, what am I looking at? What
yeah,
am I looking at, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? And this is one of the best performances, to be honest. Do
yeah,
you know, before the subs, obviously. But it is what it is. AFC saying Ben White picked up a knock in training. That's why he didn't start today. Oh, thanks for that, bro. I was
yeah.
thinking, like, where was Ben White? Ben White's
Yeah,
supposed to start today.
they said that they reckon that he'll be in the squad for the Real
But
Madrid
why
game.
didn't Arteta tell us? You know why? So people can't say, oh, see how many injuries we have now. Oh,
Yeah,
they're trying
yeah,
to tell us
yeah,
that this
yeah.
is Arteta.
I
So
mean,
he
look,
wanted to hide it.
I'm looking at the tackle. Yeah, and I do think it's
He
a
clipped
red.
him. He
Yeah,
clipped him.
I do think it's a red because he's gone in the scissors kick. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say here, actually, look, at the end of the day, you know, people can turn around and say, well, if if he had gone, if he had got a red card, that the game would have probably changed. Yeah. So they're now looking at it saying, well, actually, it might have not been a 1-1 draw, yeah, because what's the name should have got a red card. All right. So they're gonna go
Mm.
back to that incident. I'm gonna guarantee you, you mark my words, the Arteta will go back to that incident and blame it on that. And
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna be another one on
Another
their tick,
excuse in the Bible.
another on their tick list, yeah.
Let's
Another one on
go.
their tick list, yeah. Another one on
Let's
their
write
tick
it.
list, yeah.
That's what it is. Close the Bible, leave it for next season, leave it for the end of the season, sorry. And then, oh, okay, let's go page 186. Excuses. Oh, you should have got a red card. Brentford, Arsenal. Oh, I don't know. That free kick, he didn't give us a free kick. Oh,
Mm,
we got a red card from Skelly. That wasn't a red card. Oh, we got a red card from Rice. That was a red card. You know what I'm saying? It's just jarring, man. It's just jarring with these Arsenal fans. Like I don't know why I'm angry, but I am.
yeah.
12 draws this season is not good enough. 100% not good. No. 12 it is it 12 draws is a problem. People need to look at that. They need to look into that. But it is what it is. AFC saying Arteta took long to make adjustments and find solutions as season his over defensive tactics. Facts. His adjustments and his solutions are bad. I've never really seen him like change a game or I never understood the way he plays football anyway, Arteta. I'm very it's very weird. It's very weird. But you not saying, speaking of Berta, did you, Rashid or Norms, catch the zoom in on Berta mid game with his kids, stressed, rubbing his temple? Yep, that's what he was doing, stressed. Looking at that, what the fuck am I gonna do? I've got a lot of work to do, a lot.
Lot
Do you
of
know what I'm
work.
saying? A lot
Lot of
of
work.
work to do. You gotta get rid of the scrubs and then get better players than them, bro. It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a long summer for him. Trust me, he's not going Napoli, and he's not going Napoli. He's not gonna enjoy no beach time. You're gonna be on the full 24/7, 20 on the cool 24/7, 24/7. You ain't got time to go beach. You ain't got time. But yeah, Normski Top Gooners need facts, man. Get the shaitan out of them.
They need something, brother. I'm
Get
telling you now.
the get the shaitan out of them. You know, they had the devil out. They got the evil spirits. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they got the evil spirits, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ben Light, this man lightweight, 100% Eros, bro. Facts, facts. Arteta didn't want to say anything, by the way, and we know why. We know why. Hey, don't think we don't know, Arteta. Don't think we don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, Joseph is saying, remember Christian and Igal were trying to tell Kenny, Lee, etc. They can't celebrate, DJB as well, can't celebrate winning Madrid. Who do they think they are? Igal and Christian. We'll tell them, you can't you can't tell us that we were wrong when it came to the Premier League, to the Carabao Cup, to the FA Cup. So 3
Mm.
for us, 1 for
One for
you.
you.
Respect. Respect.
Respect, respect,
Respect.
respect,
Big up
respect.
Mourinho. Big up Mourinho, man. Exactly.
Three for
3
you,
for us.
three for us, one for you.
1 for
Respect,
you.
respect.
Respect. Respect. You know, it's saying 12 draws with no winning and no smokes is not good enough. 100%, man. 100%, you know. Mems is saying the statement from the Premier League match center on social media declared VAR checked the referee call of goal and established that Tierney was in an offside position. Yeah, yeah, 100%. He was an offside position. I'll be real. 100K a week on Tomiyasu for therapy. That's what he's doing, bro. He's
They
hanging
keep,
around.
you know what, Rashid? They keep showing it. You know,
Is the
you
doctor
know what? I'll tell you.
Japanese? I
You know
think
what,
got we got.
Rashid? I figured it out. You know,
Mm,
Sky, yeah, it's either Sky have got shares in Arsenal or shares have got Sky in Arsenal, right?
mm,
Arsenal got shares in Sky
yeah,
because they keep showing that clip, right? And now the top gooners will see that and go, right, you see, it's now computed in their minds.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Integrated.
Rashid, the thing about us here, we've said it's a red card, and I've
Mm,
moved on. I've moved on.
facts,
I've
facts.
moved on.
I
The
mean, why
fact
do you
is, yeah,
need the red card against a Brentford anyway? You should be smoking these guys.
yeah, exactly, Rashid. So what I'm trying to
Mm,
say is, at the end of the day, it wasn't a red card. Go
mm,
on and win the game. You're at home.
facts. Against Brentford.
So
How
did
much
that win?
is the
Okay.
whole team? How much is their
Question.
whole team?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Rash. Hold on.
Mm,
Did that red card? Oh no. Did the non-red card? Yeah. Stop
mm,
Arsenal from winning that game? That's the question you
facts.
need to ask them.
It didn't. It
Well,
didn't.
no, no. But they'll say, no. What they'll say is, well, if they were at 10, we'd have a better chance. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Page 286. We could have got a better chance of beating Brentford that are probably a mid-table team. We could have got a better chance by beating them if we had the red card. That's how it
So
is.
that
A
shows
mid-table
you
team.
that shows you then that, oh well, that means that you can't beat a 10 man 11 man
Yeah.
Brentford. You can't, because you're hoping that they'll go down to 10 men
Yes.
and then you go and try and do the business. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Because they knew it was gonna be a draw today. Don't act like you didn't. Why
Yeah.
didn't you hope that we'll win today? Oh, they're hoping every game. They're like, oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. How about today? Why? We didn't have our starting lineup. You don't need your starting lineup to beat Brentford. You
Exactly.
don't need it. Wenger used to beat not Brentford, as in team mid-table teams with
With their
youths,
second string team.
with like
I,
five,
I used to
six
go.
youths in the
Listen,
team.
when I used to go and watch them, yeah, and watch our
Mm,
second team played exactly like our first team, exactly like our first team. Yeah. So that, when they used to go and watch them when they used to be in the what is now the Carabao Cup, but it was the Milk Cup and it was the whatever cup, Carling Cup. These guys were coming on and playing exactly like the first team. There was no drop off. Yeah, there was no drop
mm.
off. And
Yeah.
Arteta, not Arteta, Wenger gave these guys chances. Yeah, to the point where they got to a final. Yeah, and he would probably just bring in one or two experienced players, yeah,
Mm.
he wouldn't just change the
Hmm.
team and say, right, okay, so now the whole team going in now. We'll
Wenger
take
would have
it.
won that. Norms, come on. Wenger would have won that. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Wenger would open you up. If you play a low block against Wenger, he will open that low
Yeah.
block. Wenger's problem was defending,
Yeah.
not going forward. He
No,
used to play
because
youths and
because
get to
we
the Carabao
always used
Cup.
to get, especially against certain teams like Man United, we used to always get done on the counter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
always
was
used to.
we used to be called naive. Yeah, because we
Yeah.
used to go gun ho. We used to
Attack,
be gun
attack,
ho.
attack, attack.
Attack,
Yeah.
attack, attack, attack. Forget
Yeah.
about the defense. Attack, attack. Now we've gone
Mm.
the extreme. Where
Yeah.
now this year, I'm not talking about the year last year or the year before. This year we've gone controlled football and
Mm.
don't lose the game. So today we haven't lost the game. That's another tick. Yeah, but that's 24 points we've dropped. Yeah, 24
Facts.
points and draws. Add the other 9 points to that.
Madness.
Yeah, that's
Madness.
30 odd points. Can you imagine?
We could have won some, we could have at least got close to Liverpool. Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and
Nobody
make
can
and make
tell
a
me nothing.
because Sky now can't turn around and say there's Sky ain't talking about this now. They're trying to push the narrative that the race is still on. Oh, maybe if
Oh,
Liverpool, whatever. They're
to
trying to
make it
push
more
it
exciting.
to make it more exciting. All they can look at now is the top four race. Yeah,
Mm.
they can't talk about who's going
And milk
down.
that.
Yeah, they can't milk them who's going down because the three that are going down are absolutely useless.
Yeah,
So now
trust me.
they're gonna now look at the mid-table race and who will make the Europa League spot. That's what's gonna happen.
Facts.
That's all their focus is gonna be on now. To make it exciting so that more people will watch it and more people will just be tapped, basically.
Facts, man. Facts. Joseph is saying, I didn't really see a chance today. No real chances. 100%. 100%. Oh, I think we created, if you mean chances, as in we did create, but before the subs, after the subs, I think it was one shot from Saka. And that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. But it's saying Sky Sports are creating and pandering to soft belly Arsenal fans. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly that, Big up to you, my friend. He's saying clickbait news for the victims and crybabies of Asna. That's how it is,
100.
man. That's how it is.
100.
Every time we have a good performance or a good results, we never do it consistently enough. Facts, facts, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
well, unfortunately, that's the game. That's the game done. I'm saying we gotta move on to Real Madrid. There was no, you know what I'm saying? There was no hope today. I predicted a 1-1 draw. If I was still gambling, I'll still do it, but I don't. But yeah, can't be beating Real Madrid 3-0 and coming up short against Brentford. Oh, we didn't have our starting lineup. We didn't have our players. That's why we lost. That's why we drew. That's what they're gonna tell you, Phil. That's what they're gonna tell you, my friend. And it's fact. You can't be beating Real Madrid 3-0 and then putting out a performance like that. Like it's a
Yeah,
joke.
and that
It's a
and that
joke.
was that was the thing for me today. I wanted to see a performance
Mm,
with the second string side because what it does, it means that they can give a shout. In terms, I'm not saying they're going to start
mm,
in the next game against Real Madrid, but at
mm,
least well, bro, they've had a good game. If
mm.
anything does happen in Real Madrid, we can bring them on. Yeah,
Fact.
yeah. But you look at
Facts.
Trossard. That if you're losing balls like that
Yeah.
in Real Madrid and
No.
you're Trossard, forget it. That's why he
Forget
was a
about it,
sub.
man.
That's why he
I
was a
think
sub.
Chouameni's back as well. So they're gonna
Exactly.
have a strong midfield
They're gonna have a
this
strong
time.
midfield. They're gonna have a strong
Mm.
midfield.
But yeah,
Yeah?
man.
We
We're gonna
can't
have
get.
to end
We
this,
cannot
people.
get caught. Just before we finish, we cannot
Mm.
afford to get caught in the transition. Yeah.
Facts.
So Arteta is gonna have to probably stink out a low block. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Frustrate them. Yeah.
Hmm.
And don't go and do what you. Because if you're gonna go toe to toe with them, you're
Yeah.
gonna get done.
Far, trust me. Facts, Norms. Thanks for being here. As
No post, bro.
always, thank to everyone that showed love today. Peace and love to every one of you. Yeah. Mems is saying Trossard needs to be sold. Yeah, I get that. That's a stream for another day. We're gonna be talking about keep, sell, loan. That's a stream for another day. But yeah, man, today the game didn't annoy me. The management and rotation of the squad. Facts, you not, bro. Big up to you. Big up to AFC. Big up to everyone, bro. Big up to everyone in this that showed love today. And yeah, peace out, people. Yeah, everybody.